Cheers! Welcome to my channel. This is an end of the month for December tarot oracle reading. And Cancer, you are the star of this astrological insight. If your sun sign is not Cancer, we still all have a little bit of that sign in us. If you have your birth chart, which house is it in? That is where this energy shows up for you. My goal is to provide valuable information to empower you. I've already shuffled the cards. I'm just giving them a quick cut. And I will begin with the underlined energy from the bottom of the deck. Would you like to come up here, Stella? No, she's ignoring me. It's my cat. All right. So the underlying energy from the bottom of the deck is the wounded warrior. All right, so we have the Nine of Wands. The Nine of Wands represents someone that has been through it. As you can see, they're bandaged up a bit there, but they're still standing. So this is someone that has fought hard to be able to bring these wands into being. So these represent actions that were taken, that were planted, and by themselves and others, and they've had to be able to really put the energy in to be able to keep everything standing. That's the kind of energy. So this looks like someone who's been, through it. And the next card we have for the underlying energy, this is for the bottom part of my spread. And this is regarding the internal dynamics, internal forces. So this is what you have control of, and this is the kind of energy that is, okay, what if I do this? And then what if I do that? It's that kind of energy. It's the what ifs. And so it's about being able to take control of the what ifs and quiet them. And so we have the Queen of Wands. We could quiet the little cat. There, she's up on my lap now. She just woke up. I thought she was in the other room, and I thought she was going to sleep through this, but apparently not. For some reason, she always knows when I'm doing a reading, like immediately she wakes up. So the Queen of Wands is sitting on her throne, and she's known as like the most cheerful. She's a natural beauty. She's the kind of, has a sunny disposition. She follows the sun, which is God, and she has a sunflower in her hand. So you know how sunflowers turn to be with the sun. And she is sitting on her throne, and she is holding on to this wand, which represents action. And she has a little cat too, not on her lap, but at her feet, Stella. My cat is so funny. And then she's so happy because I'm letting her sit up here. So then this is the energy in the background, is the veil between what is known and was not known, the energy between the spiritual world and the 3D. So she's known for her ability to be able to remain cheerful and find the creative solution. And she does this by using both her intellect and her insight, her intuition. Okay, so that's the energy about using, if you're in a situation that's challenging, you need to use both your logic and your intuition. And so the first card we have, okay, it's saying it again. In case you didn't get the message, this is the message for the internal, to quiet those internal what ifs, those internal fears that come from inside of you. This person is sitting, and this sometimes can represent a closed mind, or it can represent not being able to see a way out, seeing only like two solutions, this or that. It has to be this or that. And really being quite closed-minded about it being anything else. The energy of the feet in this, in body language, this is representing leaking of energy. So there's, this energy has really depleted resources, and the only way that this is going to be resolved is to go inward and receive insight from inside of yourself. and go inward and meditate or pray, that kind of energy. Because it's not just this or that. There's all sorts of answers. And that's kind of what the shore over here represents. You know, there's this water here, and across the shore, this represents emotions, and this represents another way. So there's always another way than what you think. That's the energy. And the problem is never what you think it is. So you need to go inward. And we have the new moon in the background there. And I am doing this reading right now. There is a new moon tonight. And the energy is of the new moon is you're going to move into the new, and it will bring a new insight. So this is a perfect energy to be doing this. This is the end of the month for the rest of the end of the month. So looking into the new, perfect timing. And the solstice is tomorrow. So it's saying that there will be light at the end of the tunnel. The solstice, the solstice is the energy of we're going into the longest night tonight, and then the shortest day tomorrow, and eventually the days start getting longer after that. So we're going the other way now. So it's just talking about there will be light after dark. And then we have temperance here, which is the energy of being patient and being on your path. And it's almost like, okay, she's gotten away from here now, and now she's standing here at the water. And this sometimes represents, this is Sagittarius energy. And Sagittarians aren't known for being the most patient. And so this is talking about pouring into yourself. So we have that energy of two vessels again, and pouring into yourself and making sure that you follow your path to the sun. And this is kind of that's what temperance is about. It's about following your path and having the patience to wait for the timing to change, that kind of energy. And it's saying about action, like that there will be some action to take. Just be patient. When the time is right, this will change. And then we have the Six of Pentacles. So this card represents someone who's planting seeds for the future to reap the harvest. And that's kind of what these ones represent, is the harvest of what you've planted. And so this is the give and take of life. This is knowing how much to give, how much to take, when to give, when to take, who to give to, who to take from. And this, you'll notice that this person has a scale of here, which is weighing the energy. Should I give energy to give my time, my energy, my dollar to this, or should I, or that? And see, it's that this or that energy again. And this person's receiving some coin from him, and this person is not, because they've got something in their pocket already and they don't really need it. That it's understanding when to give and when to take, and planting seeds for the future, and then how much, like, so if you plant seeds for the future and they harvest, then you'll have more to give. And then we have the Knight of Pentacles. So the knights in the tarot represent some form of communication coming in. The Knight of Pentacles is holding the pentacle in his hand. Similar energy. This is the slowest moving knight out of all of the knights. His horse is actually at a standstill, and he's surveying the land, deciding, okay, which way should I go? He's supposed to deliver this message. The thing is that this is a steady energy, but it can take so long for him to deliver the message that sometimes it can be too late. So it's also talking about, timing, like the timing of things. And so it's talking about you're going to have to take action soon regarding this energy here. And and I was just going to say also, the Knight of Pentacles could also be a female as well as a male in their masculine energy, and this queen could be a male or a female in their feminine energy. So this is talking about the masculine energy takes charge and takes action. And so this is saying that you've been patiently waiting to figure out what action to take regarding a situation that's troubling. And now there's some sort of communication coming in that's going to benefit you to be able to do that. And that you've been patiently waiting for this information, or impatiently waiting, but you've been waiting. And the message, in the old days, it would come in by horse, but this is going to probably not come in by horse. It's probably going to be an email, a letter, a phone call, a text, a social post, something like that. And then we have the Knight of Cups coming in. So this is about this pentacle, and there's another message coming in about something or someone you love. And this quite often, this Knight of Cups is the knight in shining armor from the romance novels. He's really charming and well dressed, and his horse is moving now. So this is regarding. And this is information regarding pentacles, which is health, wealth, and happiness, and also, of course, represents coin. And this is about a romantic gesture quite often, or like it could be, like a romantic gesture, like a marriage proposal, asking someone out on a first date, or this can be about someone or something that you love other than romance, something you love to do or be, or that kind of energy. So that is regarding the action to be taken. And here we have the Two of Wands. So these wands represent action, and these can represent the actions of, like the wand represents, it's made of wood, it represents the tree. The tree has deep roots, and then it has offshoots. And it looks like that you're in this position of wondering, should I take this? Because this is the one wand that these have all been planted, but this is the one that's closest to his heart. And this is the next step that he wants to take. And he wants to know, when should I take this action? And it appears like this is probably the Queen of Wand energy that's this is about, which would be your energy then. And then this is the standing at the top of the castle on the turret and surveying your territory, surveying the domain, like the Knight of Pentacles. But now, because this information has come in, you have the world in your hands, and it looks like this energy is sort of like the big fish in a little pond. And so this could have been some good news about a business that you love or someone that you love. We don't know yet because there's not a whole lot of information about that yet. But this is talking about wanting to move forward, being the big fish in a little pond. It's time to move on. This card for me quite often represents entrepreneurial energy of someone who's considering, you've planted the wands here and it's been a lot of work. But now you're wanting to expand your horizons, and it's kind of like this energy here. Now that this information comes in, you can make a better decision. And this is talking like maybe you want to franchise, or you want to move to another country, and because it's across the water, or leave the city you're in. It's like saying that you've achieved all you can in the place you're at right now, and if you want to expand, you feel like you need to move. So this can represent wanting to move somewhere else in the world, or move on. It represents that action, or it represents, because one is planted and the other one is in the left hand, and they're still deciding, okay. And this could be deciding what city to go to, what country to go to, what action to take first. But they're definitely, you're ready to take action. So this position represents your identity, how you identify with yourself right now. So you've been through it. It looks like you've had put a lot of work into something. And, you're going inward. This represents not, there's a saying, because you have eyes, you cannot see. So it's like this card can sometimes represent someone who is closing out everything around them, all the thoughts, and not allowing the thoughts in, but meditating and really using their third eye to be able to go to their heart's desires, what's in your heart, what to do. And we have that new moon, so it's really good timing and to take this action. So this is about your abundance and self-worth. Like, do you value yourself enough to pour into yourself? And then the give and take is about, how you communicate and how you learn to communicate when you were a young child. Were you, like every child is different. Were you a child, that was always asking for something? Or were you into a lot of things that cost money? Or were you like the quiet type, that didn't ask for things but had something in your pocket kind of energy? So you were self-reliant, I feel like. And then we have the home and family, and that makes sense because the Queen of Wands is self-sufficient. And then this is about your home and family and your emotional foundation. So it's regarding some sort of money, some family money. For some, maybe you've sold something, or to move on. You may have sold your home or whatever, something, and it could be something that you love, or it can represent actual love because you want to move somewhere to be with someone. This is representing, your romance. And so this feels like this could be a cup of love, and that you've decided to move somewhere to be with someone that you love. And and this is going to totally change your daily routine. Like, you're tired of being where you're at, and you feel like the best solution is to move somewhere else, actually physically locate to another location to be with someone you love. That's the energy I'm picking up there. And so that's the internal boundaries. That's going through the process. Like, what if I do move? What if I don't move? How much is it going to cost to move? How much is, what is it going to take to move? That kind of energy. And then we have representing the external forces, which are outside of you. You don't necessarily have control over them, but you use your internal forces, your internal dynamics, and have strong boundaries so that you handle the external forces with more ease and in a productive way. So the Magician is actually pointing at at this card here, talking about, look how much work and energy you put into it. As above, so below. So if you want to take this energy of what you've worked so hard for, then you need to make some sort of change here. The Magician, it represents in the major arcana of the tarot. The Fool goes on their journey, and the Magician is card number 1. So this talks about the tools that you have available for you. And what are you going to do with those tools? How are you going to use them? Are you going to stay here where you're having a challenging time? Or are you going to move to be with the person you love, kind of energy? And this represents infinite potential. And then he also has an Ouroboros around his waist. And that Ouroboros represents like a snake or a dragon latched onto its tail and chasing its tail. So like a never-ending loop of this kind of repetitive energy. So yes, it feels like it's time to make the move, make some energy happen. Like you're like a fool on a new energy, on a new journey. And the Fool is called a fool because they don't know really what's going to happen, but they take the leap. And then, oh, look at that. This is 10 of Cups. It's ultimate happiness. So that's what he's pointing, the Magician's pointing to this card. So there's, if you make this move, there's a good chance that you'll have ultimate happiness. This is like having all the things that you love. Like you love the person you're with, your spouse, your partner. If it's in a business, you love but this quite often represents romantic love, like having a family, having the place where you love to live, loving your home, loving the community, you know, just loving your work, all it's ultimate happiness. So that's what's available if you make this move. Sounds good. And then the Page of Wands comes in. And I feel like, so the Page of Wands is representing again this wand of moving forward. And the Page of Wands is super enthusiastic and really someone that is, you know, the pages worked for the royalty, and they would start off when they were like between the ages of 7 and 14. And then when they were 21, they could become a knight. And I feel like this energy, like the pyramids in the background here represent the mysteries of the world. And this is someone that loves to explore and travel. And the new moon is that we have tonight is in Sagittarius energy. And that's total Sagittarius energy here. You know, taking action for the new and moving forward to create a new world. That's all up Sagittarius is, you know, alley. And this energy is representing it. It's going to just take a small move. Like once you make this move, this action is going to, you know, he's very focused on his wand. This is representing passion. So this is someone that you're very passionate about, and you're also very passionate about the action of that you're taking. And then we have, this can also represent, because he, you know, he is admiring his wand. And so this can talk about someone who is thinking with their little head, and they're passionate and they're in love and they're willing to put their money on it and move. And it looks like it could be a very good decision, because the ultimate of happiness is here. And then we have the 3. So it may be that you've made this decision, you've made the decision, but you haven't quite taken the action yet. Maybe you're waiting till after Christmas, or, you know, if you are celebrating Christmas, and, you know, or till the holiday season is over, or you're traveling to be with family for the holiday season, and then taking action from there. It's that kind of energy of okay, that you've made the decision. Now you are going to take action, and the action is that you are going to go after what you're passionate about, but you still haven't left yet, because you're still standing. But now you're not on your turret of your castle. Now you're here, just about to make that move. Hopefully it's not like in Canada where there's some air strikes at the airport. And then, oh, it's for, you want to be with the lover. So this energy is talking about, the sun is shining on it, that you have someone that you're very passionate about, that you love, and you want to have this ultimate happiness with them. And if that requires a move, a change in location, you're willing to make it. And this is a wish come true. So this is the 9 of Wands, or the 9 of Cups. So to have this 10 of Cups, you have to make this move, and you've decided to make it. This is a wish come true. This is saying, you know, if you, and look at the energy is similar here, you know, the upper body, and then the feet pointing out. So it's requiring a lot of energy, but to make this decision, but you've made it, and you're committed now. This is like, okay, I'm going to do it. This is saying, this card says, you know, this is a wish come true. You're highly favored. This is highly likely. You know, this energy, which is awesome. And having said that, this can represent like this looks like someone on a stage, like for maybe you're going home to tell everybody about this energy. Or you're going to propose for Christmas kind of energy. That's the energy I'm picking up, because we have the cups sitting. Are they behind him, or are they above his head? Are they sitting on a shelf behind him, or are they sitting above? So in this reading is past, present, or future. So this could have just happened, or, you know, has happened. And this is going, or this is happening now because it's center stage, or it will be happening in the future. In the near future is what's coming up. So, but this is saying this is a wish that you have. But when you wish for something, it means you haven't done it yet. So it's saying don't leak your energy. Don't don't get into a place where you're distracted. Stay focused, because many a race is lost in the last lap, and you're going to have to complete this journey, like this action, to be able to get what you want, or you are going to be in a mental prison and you'll be back in this place here. So this energy is saying maybe you've been thinking about this for a long time. I feel like maybe you're going home and you're going to go talk to your family about it, kind of energy, and then make the decision. This is saying don't get distracted by other people. This represents like feeling duty bound, so that you can't move forward until you have some sort of permission from other people. This could even be permission from your lover. But this is something like that is, I feel like it's because it's about taking this action and still having one doubt left kind of energy. Should I really do this? You've got one foot on dry land, and you have this, puddle that the other foot is in. So this is representing like shallow emotions that don't really matter, kind of left over, in a puddle, when there's a big puddle and it's almost like a little lake, and then now it's just a little puddle. So whatever you're still doubting about this energy, this is something that this is saying, if you want this ultimate happiness, don't change your mind now. Like, get on with it. Don't wait too long, because if you wait too long, maybe someone else is going to ask this other person to marry them. That kind of energy. It's good to really look things over, but this is saying like how, you can't just sit there and think forever. Eventually you have to, and you can't always just be asking other people, like, what should I do? What should I do? You have to go inward and do, especially when it comes to something like this, because this has to do with your lover and, your, ultimate happiness. Really good energy. I hope you're enjoying this reading. And if you are, please do like and comment. It really does empower me to build my channel. I am now going to clarify this energy for you with my oracle, Tales from the Vector. And I started this oracle back in 2007 and I worked on the paintings till 2020. I'm in the process now of completing it, and I'm just gathering information for the book that goes with it. And so I have the website, talesfromthevector.com, that has a gallery with all the paintings in it. These cards I'm using have the numbers of the paintings as they are on that website. In the description box below, I will put the numbers of the paintings as they appear in this reading. So if you want, you can go there and take a look. It's talesfromthevector.com, TAILS from thevector.com. I'm just waiting. I'm just shuffling the cards here, tuning into this energy. Oh, there we go. One always seems to jump out. Okay, there's a few that have jumped out here too. So I'll take them in the order that they came up. So this energy here is talking about ego. So this is a karmic space, and it's kind of like, this is a big move. I'm getting this is like maybe a proposal. And it's requiring having to move, physically change location and to be with your lover. And it's talking about, should I make this? Like, this is like an initiation. Like, I have to like make this decision. And it's a huge decision because it's going to affect everything about me. And then we have jealousy. So this is regarding sibling rivalry. So it could be that you're in a family that everybody kind of stays put, But you're the energy that, you're the sad. You're like, I'm all for adventure. And like when you tell your family, I plan to move across the world to be with a lover and I just met them, da 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 da. It's that kind of energy. I feel the doubt isn't yours. The doubt is an external doubt. And so this is talking about sometimes when people try to talk you out of something, it's because they really can't see it and they don't think it's a good idea. But sometimes inside they are kind of bitter because they don't have that option to do that, and they don't have this passion for a new love and all of this energy. So this is talking about the energy of I'd rather be better than bitter. So and this can be sibling rivalry. And then we have the energy of the trauma queen. So yeah, this is like hold the drama. I'm getting you might have like a very dramatic family. And so this is like, because it just keeps coming up. Like you're pretty sure, like now you're planning to do this, but you have to tell your family first on some level. So you might be quite young is the energy, but you're old enough to get married, I feel, or because the night is, well, we'll see. Maybe your family won't think you're old enough or you're too young to make a decision like this. But, and if this isn't romantic love, this sometimes can be about choices, but I really am getting the energy. And it's really interesting. I've been doing these end of the month readings, and you're the fourth one now. And every single one has been about love. So the world needs more love. That's the energy. So this is talking about fight, flight, or freeze. So are you going to fight for what you want? Are you going to run away from your family and just go do it? Or are you going to just be stuck here forever in this mental trap here kind of energy? And then this is about falling and failing in love is a matter of I. I feel that you met this person in 2025, and like we're in 2025 now, and moving into 2026. The falling star is a dragon that she's pink and green, and she's all about the heart chakra, and she has fallen in love. Like her heart is open, and she is her saying is, falling and failing in love is a matter of I. This is saying you're the one who has to make this decision. I do feel like that this is happening in 2025. So it's like maybe at the most you've known this person for 12 months. That's the kind of energy I'm picking up. And then this is a tactic of give and take. So degradation is in the past, maybe you have made bad choices in your love life. And that's why people are saying like, oh, here we go again, kind of energy, the drama, So, and this also can be, remember, because these nights are male here, but this could be female energy also. So you could be someone who has been proposed to, but you're going to have to move. And your family, your family's going to be like, you're going to move where, with who? You just met this person, that kind of energy. So it's good, that everybody cares about you. So look at it from that perspective. So those are the cards that popped out. And now we're going to intent. So the road to hell is paved with good intentions. I feel like this is a decision you have to make for yourself. Like you can't let your family make the decisions for you about, your love life. And but you can listen to them, and then you have to make the decision. And I feel like you've been waiting, for this to happen, and you have been pouring into yourself. So it feels like this is something that, when other people would have good intentions, they love you and they care about you, but it's this energy here. It might not be what they want, but it's what you've wanted since you were young. And you're feeling that passion of a young, impulsive person. So it's good that you have feedback, but you're still going to have to make this decision based on yourself. And this energy here is a tactic deception, and this is about witches and their broomsticks. So this card is representing different tactics, and this is saying one of the biggest deceptions on the planet is that men and women are actually in battle, in war with each other. This is, not all men are this, are da 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 da, and not all women are yada yada yada. So this is kind of like people saying, talking about, do you know, something maybe they don't like about this person or whatever. So you have to like take the information in, but it's still a choice you're going to have to make, because you're the one who is going to be with this person. And then this is about surrender. So this is also psychic energy. This person could be someone that you could have like family energy of disliking a certain type of culture, or that kind of energy of being in a place where for generations your family only married this sort of person, and now you're marrying this, or they're not in the religion that we are in, or that kind of energy. And the surrender is about really allowing yourself to make this choice for yourself, and having an open mind about it is what's coming up. An open mind is like a parachute. It can save your life. And then going inward and consulting with God, like and your inner, what you want, and really praying and meditating on it before you make this decision. And I feel you've made the decision now. But this is the energy, like this dread of going home and telling people, hey, by the way, sitting at the holiday table, and oh, by the way, I forgot to mention that kind of energy. And so this is talking about on this energy. This katoma is when we have a little place in our eye where we can't see out of, but we don't really notice it because it's a small pixel in all the pixels. So the other pixels, the brain makes up for it. And so this is talking about, we can also have that kind of energy in our in our life. And so this talks about something that others can't see that you can, or something that others see but you can't, that something everybody sees or something nobody sees. So this is about really looking at all of those things, listening to the advice. I feel like there's some sort of an energy. It could be something personal that this person that you're considering being with did, and the family doesn't agree with, or they don't agree with their career, or they don't agree. It feels like that. Feels kind of like something that's, a different culture kind of energy, or a different religion, and something that, is, and once again, this card is saying, there's a good reason why the rear view mirror is smaller than the windshield. Like, you have to look forward instead of backward. So this could be, I feel like it's that kind of energy. Like, this family does not marry people who are not in the same faith as us. That's the kind of energy that keeps coming up. And I feel like you actually have prayed about this, and you have surrendered it. And the external force here, this energy here, is about commitment, marriage, and partnership. And that's why I feel like this is saying, this is a really good, the sun is shining on this. The sun represents God. This is the ultimate fulfillment. If you marry this person, or you're in a relationship with this person, this is the house of commitment, marriage, and partnership, and it looks like it would be very happy. It is a big transformation, and this can be like the death of, transition is like death of the old way, having to move on to a new total way of looking at things, and also maybe actually picking up and moving somewhere. And then this is about higher learning, travel, and the education you receive from it. And then we have the energy of this being something that will involve your career, your reputation, your public image. So that's kind of the, the energy I'm just feeling. This is someone that not all members of your family would approve of. And then this is about the energy of being blessings from friends and family and being a humanitarian. So this is someone, I feel like you're a person who's very open-minded, and you're not going to base your religion on this person has to be the same as what I come from. I'm willing to learn from them and learn about a new culture and put the two together. So, and then this is talking about your spirituality and your it's secrets and so this is talking about having to let your family. I really feel like this is about you letting your family know that this is the decision you're making and you're going to make it. Let's see what these external forces. Mother's worry, okay? So that's kind of a, okay, that's pretty clear. Your mother's worried about it. The Hierophant, traditional structure. Like you're making a move that is not part of the traditional structure of the family. That's the energy I'm picking up. So that's the Hierophant is someone who's in spiritual, and they represent being an authority figure for both the physical and the spiritual. So this is talking about traditional structure, and I feel like in this case it's about that external force of traditional structure and wanting to have a lifelong partner that is not from the traditional structure within your family, and then manifesting what you want. So this is about passion and your desire and manifesting from that place, that you're more adventurous than maybe the rest of your family in that way. And that, how do you feel about the Lover? Adventure. So you want to expand your horizons, and rather than contracting and being like everybody else in your family, this person, you want to travel the world with them, and you're willing to travel across the world to be with them and live across the world, it feels like. And this is the Tower is in my card that in this oracle, the Tower is called the divorce card, and it's not actually about an actual divorce, but in this energy it could be that's what the concern is, that it's not part of the tradition, so it could end in divorce. But the Tower is a reality check, and it's a reality check on what you want and what you wish for. And the worst divorce is from source. That's what this dragon has to say. So this is coming back to falling and failing in love is a matter of I. So are you going to say no to yourself, no, no to this energy of what you want to please your family? Or are you going to do what you feel is the right thing? And that might mean your family's upset with you, but you're going to go ahead and do it anyway. So just, make sure if you're in that position that you hear them out, to hear what their concerns are in case they see something that you can't see. But ultimately, especially when it comes to love, you're going to have to make the decision for yourself. And then dissemination of information. Yeah, it's kind of like the elephant in the room, kind of like going home for holidays, and then, as you're walking out the door, by the way, I'm moving on. I'm marrying. I've asked this person to marry me. They've said yes. I'm going to be moving across the world. Bye. I don't have any time right now. See you later. That kind of energy. So it's really talking about, I don't feel that you have concern about this person that you want to be with. It's more, have more concern about how your family is going to react to it. So this is, it has to be your decision in the end. Listen to your family. If they love you, then they might be giving you some really good advice here, and they might see something that you don't see. However, I feel that, in the end, falling and failing in love is a matter of I. So I hope that you have enjoyed this reading. Like and comment, and consider subscribing to the channel if you resonate with the energy. It'd be an honor for me if you did so. This is for the end of the month of December, and if I have time, I will do a quick reading for everybody for the full moon, which is on the 3rd, and otherwise the next upcoming reading will be for the beginning of January. So, and then the beginning of a new year. So bye for now, and all the best. Yes. Whoopsie.